Today I have chosen to get baptized for many different reasons. I grew up going to church, but I don't think I ever took things seriously and never quite understood the things. The older I got, the less I seemed to go to church. I still believed and I still prayed often, but that was as far as I went. About 3 years ago, my life seemed to fall apart. My family became broken, and I became very depressed. I finally realized that God was giving me these trials to draw me closer to Him. I prayed a lot, and I recited the Serenity Prayer, which brought me a lot of comfort, and I read The Purpose-Driven Life. I found a lot of comfort in doing this and peace in what had happened, and I realized that I needed to let God take control. I feel that through all these trials, I became closer to God. It has not only made my relationship with Him better, but it has made me a stronger person and also brought my family back together. After 7 years, we finally got married last April, and I believe that was a blessing from God. I feel that I'm finally at a place where I'm ready to be baptized. My main reason is our 4-year-old son, Peyton. I want to raise him in a home filled with love and God. I want to be the best mom I can be to him. I want to teach him to be loving and caring and raise him with the values he needs to become a good, strong Christian. I also want to be the best wife, the best daughter, the best friend, and the best teacher I can be. And I know that I cannot be any of these without Christ in my life, as I know He is the one who gives me the strength to do so.
I sing for joy.
My name is Richard Feik. Some of you know me as Hawkeye. I was married for nearly 20 years. I've been divorced now for 4 years. I have one son, Garrett, who is 17 years old. I make my living as a bricklayer, and I currently live a few miles north of Aledo. I grew up in a family who rarely went to church. I don't remember ever talking about religion with my parents, but I do remember attending Bible school as a young boy. Later on, as an adult, I invited Jesus into my heart, but I never established a relationship with Him. And to be honest, at that time, I don't know if I actually believed that there was a God. All my life, I've been someone who didn't like to take chances. I felt like I always needed to be in control. When things didn't go my way, I would sometimes get angry and aggressive. Many times, I was told that I walked around with a chip on my shoulder. I've come to realize that this attitude and my behavior was the main reason that I've had few long-term friendships, and probably the reason my marriage failed, and also the reason my most recent relationship failed. This past January 31st, I found myself with no place to call home. Nowhere to go, not wanting to impose on anyone. I felt like I was just totally alone. I spent my entire life trying to be in control, and at this time I realized that my life was clearly out of control. That night, we got around 18 inches of snow. For the next 3 days, I spent most of my time plowing. While doing this, I had lots of time to think. I decided that doing things my way, by myself, was not working for me. The next thing I know, I was asking Jesus to come into my heart again. Immediately, I felt the Holy Spirit come into me with goosebumps all over me. I got all emotional, and then a peaceful calm came over me. I felt like Jesus was sitting right there next to me. And this time, I am building a relationship with Jesus, and it's getting stronger every day. As a result, I've become a kinder person who is more passive and happier than I can ever remember being. Since giving up my control and accepting God's will, my frustrations are few, and living my life has become much more enjoyable. I know now that the hardest decision of my life has turned out to be the best decision of my life. And while I'm traveling down that narrow road, I never feel alone anymore. When you guys see me come to church on Sunday morning, it may appear that I am alone, but the fact is, I'm with a friend. He's with me everywhere I go.